Thanks for joining us. For those of you who may not know us, let me take a few minutes to do some introductions. John Gesner is a Readers Branch resident and also a retired Maryland land use lawyer. And I'm Susan Willis, a Readers Branch resident as well. Together with Cynthia Haas, also a Readers Branch resident, the three of us are spearheading the legal effort to hold Goochland County accountable for violations in passing their Technology Overlay District, or TOD, which was passed as an ordinance on November the 6th of last year. In an earlier video, we shared that a lawyer, Philip Strother, was hired last November to initiate a lawsuit against Goochland County. This lawsuit was filed on December the 4th and names 4 plaintiffs from District 4 and District 5 who are charging Goochland County with 8 procedural and code violations. On December the 31st, Goochland County was served that lawsuit. Our purpose in today's video is to provide an update on the response to our lawsuit by Goochland County and to talk a little bit about next steps. John, let's begin with having you walk us through the timeline of events since Goochland County was served that lawsuit on December the 31st.
Well, what happened is that the attorneys for the county reached out to our attorney and requested an extension of time to file a response to the suit that we filed. These requests are typically granted, and our lawyer is a gentleman, so he said, fine, we'll give you the extension. And the extension was granted until February the 11th, I believe. And then on the 11th, the county filed a 60-page response to our complaint. As a result of that being filed, there's going to have to be a hearing on their motion because the response was basically a motion to dismiss. I'm not using the technical term, but essentially that's what they want to do. They want to dismiss the case, saying that even if what we say is true, the plaintiffs have no case here and the county should win. So what's going to happen as a practical matter is that our attorney is going to have to file a brief arguing why that motion of the county should be denied, and there's going to have to be a hearing held before the circuit court. An attempt to reach an agreement on dates is underway, but based on what we've been told, we don't think that hearing will be held for several months. It may be sometime late spring, early summer before we can get in front of a judge, and that judge will decide whether the motion to dismiss should be granted or denied. And if it's denied, which we think is going to be the case, then we move forward, and at that point the county will be required to file a formal response which specifically addresses each of the detailed legal arguments that our attorney made in the lawsuit.
Okay, well, thank you. That's a great recap for us to think about. Boy, 60 plus pages sure doesn't sound like Goochland County is going to roll over on this. Just what do you and Philip think about that? I mean, are you at all concerned? Should we be worried?
Well, I'll tell you, as you may recall, those of you who watched the first video, we predicted that the county would have 2 essential choices: to either admit its mistakes and try to fix the problems that they caused, or they were going to dig in and fight this case with everything they had. Unfortunately, that's what they have decided to do. They're going to fight it. The motion to dismiss has been filed by a very good law firm that the county has hired, Gentry Locke. And the county has actually appropriated another $250,000 plus $100,000 in coverage under a liability insurance policy that they have to fight this. We're not concerned about the merits of their motion to dismiss. We think it's highly unlikely that the court is going to grant it. We don't think that anything that they have alleged really is of concern to us because we anticipated these defenses. And don't get me wrong, the county's law firm is very good at what they do, but this is typical big firm practice that is designed to make things as difficult and complicated as it can be for us. Unfortunately, that means that we're probably going to have to spend some more money in attorney's fees because this is an additional step that we knew could happen. We were hoping it wouldn't, but it has. But we're not at all concerned. Nothing in this motion to dismiss changes our basic opinion which is the case is strong, and we are very optimistic that we're on good standing and good grounds with the court, and that we'll win.
Well, thanks. Boy, when I hear months off, it does make me concerned that this could drag on, and therefore dragging on means more funds and more money that we need to raise, and that the county will be spending as well. So it sounds like this case is critical, and it's critical that we continue it. And we sure wouldn't want to lose it by not having the funding. And at the end of this video, we're going to share with everyone information on how to step up, which we all need to do, and donate. In closing, John, is there anything more that you would want us to know or thoughts you want to leave us with?
For the time being, there won't be much work to be done until the court sets the hearing date for the motion to dismiss. Philip, our attorney, is basically going to sit back and see what happens with the county's response. He will have to file a brief and then argue the case. When that happens, we'll be in a much better position to know where we're going with regard to the lawsuit. We'll have to see what the county suggests. We're not going to spend a lot of time and money in attorney's fees at this point. It's a wait-and-see approach, but we think it's unfortunately unrealistic to think that we aren't going to need significantly more money. And we'll know for sure how much more when we get to the point where the court makes a decision on the motion to dismiss.
Okay, and that's the one that would be the hearing coming up that we could see maybe as soon as late spring, maybe in the summer.
That's exactly right.
Okay, well, that's good to manage our expectations around that. In the meantime, what we can be doing is trying to raise the funds that we feel we'll have. We've done a great job so far, but more is going to be needed, it sounds like.
Yeah, we need to be prepared.
Yeah.
Again, we can't predict the future, but we have a pretty good idea of where this case is going to go. And in almost any circumstance, more funds are going to be needed.
Great. Well, we'll stop there and with that invitation for people to please step up and donate. Thank you, John.
Oh, thank you.